Nekwe Obasake is a Canadian-based Nigerian from the Great Benin Kingdom. I have this book here that she has come out with. It's the first edition, an amazing book. Many people have been patronizing her any festival that we go to in the city of Toronto, and they're not even Nigerians. It goes to show you that this is an amazing book. It's called, the first edition, Great Benin, the Alcazar of post-colonial culture and its relationship with the Europeans since 1400 AD.
It's amazing that NECPAN has brought this to light so people can understand the real history and the real story of the Benin people. One that is not diluted, one that is not, has the Western society's touch on it, but actually the real story and the authentic story. So I think that was an example how cultures and histories can be diluted by Western society and white imperialism. But what she's done, this changes the views of Africa, changes the views to what the real narrative is, and not only the bad parts, but to also highlight the positive parts, because there's many positive parts of
this book. I have not been able to put down since I got it. I've shed so many tears behind this book and reading the great history of Benin. It talks about the history of Benin from the African perspective, and that is something I've always been advocating for.
This book is so, it's not just a book. Calling it a book, it doesn't even seem like it does it justice.
This book is embedded with lots of wisdom written by Nekwe Obasake. I'm at the University of Benin currently to distribute this book to some departments like linguistics, history, and foreign language.
There's so many amazing things in this book.
This book critically examines the relationship between the Benin Kingdom and the Europeans during the period of early contact to the time when Benin was colonized by Britain in 1897. It analyzes how the systems introduced to Benin by the colonists redefined and shaped the political, economic, and social and cultural structures of Benin and its people. It also unpacks the intergenerational effects of colonization. A proper knowledge of history will no doubt help to understand the past and the present, as well as define the future. Now, those are amazing words by Ms. Nekwe Obasake.
I am so glad I ran into Nekwe Obasake. I bought her book, and I really enjoy it. I need to learn more history about Benin City. She did a great job putting this together. I showed it to my daughter, said, "Dad, bring that book, bring that. I'm going to Detroit to see my daughter, and I'm going to bring the book with me." And I came all the way out here to where she is so she could sign it, because I forgot to ask her to sign it. So I really appreciate it, your time, and I appreciate this great book.
I also believe that this is a book that should be in all our schools as a history book, since history is back in the school. So thank you very much, Sister Nekwe, for putting this together.
Is us telling our own story through the voice, through the mind, through the intellect of our most delightful and honorable and hardworking sister, Sister Nekwe Obasake. We salute you, my sister, for putting this together, which is heavily researched.
Don't forget now, anybody doing any PhD work in any Benin history, your book becomes a source.
Absolutely.
And as a matter of fact, the peculiar nature of the Benin culture and tradition, which has been preserved over the centuries, is something that any Edo man should be very proud of. And that is the reason why some of us decided that we have to associate with what has just been done.
It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Uwaifio Kunidimudi. I'm actually a professor at York University in Toronto. So today, I would like to do three very quick things, if the time permits me to do that. One of the most important contribution of the book is the perspective of gender, in the sense that we want to talk about African history specifically, that the voices of women are often sidelined or not included or not engaged with in a sufficient critical manner. Now, in the 1960s, a professor at Oxford made a very public declaration on BBC that Africa has no history, that it's only the history of the Europeans that exists in Africa. Every other thing else is darkness. The significance or the importance of the book lies in the fact that the United Nations declared 2015 to 2014 as the International Decades of African People. And the key objective of that decade, to be honest, is to promote knowledge of and respect for heritage and cultural contributions of Africans to the development of their society. Crucial, therefore, these books put a bullseye on the significance of understanding our past and denying the argument of the Oxford professor in the 60s that Africa has no history by engaging in pre-colonial understanding of the Bini people and its engagement in terms of the colonial encounter up to the post-colonial era. So the book, therefore, is in some sense a significant contribution to helping us to understand our past, our present, and in thinking through what our future looks like. In that sense, I roundly applaud the author, Nekpen Obasogie. The beauty of the book, I find, is the ways in which the stories that have been told at the end ultimately moves us from an abstract theoretical historical analysis to lived experience. This, for me, is perhaps one of the most significant contributions of the book. And I would strongly recommend the book to both old, young, academics, people that are interested in reading academics book, or non-academics as well, who are just interested in getting a better understanding of the historical nature and its historical contribution, specifically of the Bini people.
As part of measures to honor writers who add value to the society, the Association of Nigerian Authors Edo State Chapter has awarded Canada-based indigene of the Great Benin Kingdom, Nekpen Obasogie, the Honorary Pen Award. The event, which held in Benin City, had family members of the great author ably representing her and members of the association who had nothing but praises for the author.
I'm very happy today that our own sister, Mrs. Nekpen Obasogie, will be given this prestigious award.
This song is dedicated to Nekpen Obasogie for your great achievement on your book. I really give you kudos. Like I said before, it takes even quadruple effort for any one of our nature to come onto this, up to this, platform. You've set a pace and others will follow. Thank you, Nekpen. It's been a pleasure knowing you and being your friend. Enjoy. Sit back and enjoy. Wagiayerun sway. Wagiayerun sway. Nekpen no enegbe o. Giayerun sway. Giayerun sway o. Obasogie o. Giayerun sway. Ọmọ náà enegbe o. Giayerun sway. Umayigo de o. Ge o sawo nanu o. Umayigo de. O sawo nanu o Nekpen. Umayigo de o. Ge o sawo nanu o. Umayigo de. Enjoy, Nekpen. This is for you, okay? I love you so much. Keep up the good work. Keep on riding. Keep on riding. Keep on riding. We're with you. Thank you so much. You're a source of pride to us. Thank you.